The 2018 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season will always be remembered, and it's not hard to see why. Johnny Sauter's last season with GMS, the return of Brett Moffitt, the wild finish at Eldora, the wild last lap at Talladega, Canadian Tire once again delivering another fantastic finish, and much more. But with no playoffs, the season's championship battle would look very different. So with that being said, let's take a look at the 2018 Truck Series season. In the opening 6 races, 2016 champion Johnny Sauter would win the season opener at Daytona and then again at Dover. Brett Moffitt would win his first career race, and Noah Gragson would win the 6th race of the season at Kansas. So after the opening 6 races, Johnny Sauter would lead the standings by 24 points over Grant Enfinger, with finishes of 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 19th, 1st, and 5th to open the season. Johnny Sauter would establish himself as a championship contender with back-to-back wins at Charlotte and everybody's favorite track, Texas, and then he would follow this up with a 5th at Iowa, a 3rd at Gateway, a 3rd at Chicagoland, and to round off the first 12 races, he would finish a mediocre 15th at Kentucky. So at the halfway point of the season, Johnny Sauter seemed like the championship favorite. He had over 50 points on his nearest competitor, Noah Gragson. At Eldora, Sauter would finish a mediocre 16th, while Gragson would finish 6th and would shrink the gap to 40 points. At Pocono, Noah Gragson would fall ill and would not be able to drive, and this would hand 2nd place to Grant Enfinger, who would finish 6th, while Sauter would finish 8th, and the gap was now 48 points. At Michigan, Sauter would finish 2nd, while Enfinger would finish 7th. It was now 53 points behind. At Bristol, Sauter would further cement his lead with a win, while Enfinger would finish 10th, and the gap was now 66 points. At Canadian Tire, Sauter would finish 6th and Enfinger would finish 17th, growing the gap to 78 points. At Las Vegas, Grant Enfinger would win the race while Sauter would finish the race in 2nd, and with 5 races to go, Grant Enfinger needed nothing short of a miracle to win the championship. And all Sauter had to do was finish 8th or better in the last 5 races, and he would be guaranteed the championship. At Talladega, Johnny Sauter's point lead would be in jeopardy.
Oh, and there goes Fontaine. Contact and around. Crafton involved, Rhodes involved, Parker Kligerman, John Hunter Nemechek, Bo Lamastus, Johnny Sauter back there. Was it?
Even though Johnny Sauter would crash out, ruining his day, Grant Enfinger's day wouldn't be much better.
Pusher to get him going, and it worked. But look at Lyons working over the back of Gilliland now.
Got to be careful how far he gets out there. And
oh, and around goes Enfinger. Looked like Gilliland got in the backside of the 98.
Hang on to it.
Because of this, Enfinger would lose 2nd place, and moving into that position would be Justin Haley, who is now 63 points behind. At Martinsville, Johnny Sauter would bounce back and win, while Justin Haley would finish 6th. It was now 73 points behind. At Texas, Sauter would have a mediocre day, finishing 11th, while Justin Haley would win the race. It was now 60 points behind. At Phoenix, Johnny Sauter had the chance to lock up the title a week early, and all he had to do was finish 19th, and he would be the 2018 champion. But the little hope that Justin Haley had would end.
And you see the red flag is out. The truck stopped on track as the cleanup continues. Oil has been placed down on the track, and that's the culprit. And look at that. That'll do it.
There's the rest of it.
Yep.
We've got a mess, Vince.
So Justin Haley will be wheeled back to the garage.
And with Johnny Sauter finishing the race in 7th, he would lock up the championship a week early. So the race at Homestead would go on, and Sauter would finish 12th to round off his dominant championship season. So in 2018, Johnny Sauter would claim his 2nd Truck Series championship by a considerable margin over the real-life champion, Brett Moffitt. Sauter would join the exclusive list of multi-time champions, and he would join the likes of Hornaday, Sprague, Bodine, Crafton, and now Sauter. Well, that'll do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for 2019.